Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. You all, you you see what's up here? I wasn't even going to even post this, but there's something that needs to get said right now that a lot of people, it's just like, things, sometimes things just bamboozle me because I'm like, damn, like I've been a strong man, so far in my life. I've been holding pretty strong. I done got through challenges in my childhood. I done got through challenges in high school, challenges through college. I'm doing pretty strong. I never been in prison. I've been in jail. Pretty stand-up guy. But even through all of that, it don't exempt you from people being weirdos. You could be somebody that's been giving you all. You could be somebody that's been 10 toes down all your life to a certain group of people. But people's opinions are like vapor. Actually, they are vapor. It's in the air for a couple of seconds and it's gone. But this is smoke you see on the screen. Because smoke don't dissipate as fast. And I'm using these terms because, there's been plenty of things that was said to me that I look at as vapor. It don't help, it don't hold in the value. It's boom right there and it's gone within a few seconds. But smoke lingers. So when smoke lingers, you see things and you see smoke a lot longer than you would see vapor. So this is smoke. And it don't matter. It's already bad as it is. Smoke is not good for you. This is not good for me. Just knowing that there are so many other things that I look at way more valuable than this. Because I've worked my whole life to get where I am. But I noticed that it's people like this that will try to tear you down and find any way to start some negative, conversation. Because, if I'm speaking to a person and there's no harm meant, I wouldn't be bringing up things that could cause harm. I wouldn't be bringing up conversations with people that can lead to problems. But, I'm going to get back to me. But, this is not to start any drama with anybody. I want to use this as something for me to make a point. Okay? So, mind you, I'm very good at what I do. I'm very good at a lot of things, painting, connecting with people, making new friends, making new connections. I'm very good at that. But, it's things and negative stuff like this that will try to have you think different. This is not going to matter. It never will matter. It never does, never will. There's so many things that hold weight more than this ever will. And for all my subscribers, if you feel like I've ever used you, please speak now or forever hold your peace. For every person that's been supporting me on YouTube, I thank you all. I really do, because, you all see the value that a brother got. And I see the value that I got. But a person like this do not have no value within themselves. When you feel the need to tear somebody down based off your opinion and not bring forth any productivity or anything productive, it can have you to be made out to look like an asshole and a weirdo. Sometimes people don't appreciate good people. Sometimes people don't appreciate anything. And it leaves room for the person that's, feeling underappreciated when they're giving everything that they have. They're giving you something that you didn't grow up with. They give you a parent that you didn't grow up with. So there's a lot of things that can have someone to feel regretful of giving anybody anything. The whole cause and effect thing is real. Sometimes people ask, why this, why that? Well, you need to be asking, what caused this to happen? What caused this person to feel this way? What caused this person to not want to even be dealing with anybody anymore? The cause is always going to give you a faster way to finding the answer for any problem. And a lot of people don't know how to rationalize anymore. They just speak out their ass and they don't make any sense. But I just wanted to tell you all that, throughout all the negativity, throughout all of the problems, throughout all of the attacks, online, offline, for the ones in my life that actually mean everything to me, I just want to show you all that you mean more to me than this ever will. I've never needed a woman to start my YouTube channel. A lot of things I have did not, no, actually, majority of things I have did not come from a woman, mentally and physically. They didn't come from a woman. It came from me working hard for myself. It came from me grinding for myself. It came from me going out there and getting it for myself. And the biggest thing is my channel. I started that by myself. College, I went by myself. I've never had a purpose to use anybody for anything. Everything that I have, everything that I worked hard for, was because I've done it by myself. There's not one person on this planet that can come to you and say right now, yeah, Vaz used me to get this. I don't have a car. I don't have a house. I'm not rich. I have absolutely nothing that I need to use anybody for, because those possessions I can get within time. So no, I don't need to use nobody for that, to get that. It's called me grinding, which is what I'm doing now on my channel. Get to that point where I can get monetized. I can get to that point where I'm able to wake up and do what God wants to do. Where nobody say so, nobody clocking in, none of that. But people, will see you with the head on your shoulders, doing something that you love, and they will try to find everything you can to tear you down. Because a question that was asked to me, because of the individual that you see on the screenshot, this is the most personal I'm going to get. And I'm not getting no personal than this, because I'm not giving y'all way too much information. It ain't going to happen. But y'all, I want you to hear this very well. And this was a very funny, weird question. I was asked, if you don't have the P5, how you going to stream? If you don't have the P5, how you going to make videos? The person is so goofy that I got it to where I don't need an actual console to make content. I have a phone. I don't need every single thing to make content. If things get to the point where I really cannot deal with anybody, I can still make content without having to rely on anyone. Because that's something that I learned growing up. It's that I would have to make a way for me to get to my goal. I would have to make a way for me to succeed. All this weird stuff about, well, what if you ain't got this vibes? What if you ain't got that? There's other ways around to succeed. There's other ways that I can use to succeed. You don't need a car that goes 250 miles per hour just to get to your destination. You just need a way. And that's something that I learned through my whole experience in life. I don't need anything that is exotic. Me having simple things in my life helped me get to where I need to get to. But trying to turn me down like this, all you're doing is just making me stronger. And with that being said, I'm not answering no questions about the screenshot. I'm just going to use this as fuel for my fire to make it burn even stronger. There's no point in me tearing this person down. They already torn down. Because when you feel like you can come to somebody else and display this type of bullshit opinion, you already lost. The argument is over. Especially when somebody gave you everything that they had. But it's okay for people to come to me and try to take and take and take. Even to the point where I have nothing left and still want to take. That is where people are in 2025. You're going to have a hard time finding somebody that want to receive. No, you have a hard time finding somebody that want to give. But you will easily find people such as the screenshot that want to take everything out of you until there's nothing left. But one thing I learned being the age I am and being as live as long as I have, that no matter what nobody say, this is not going to stop the flow of shit. I'm going to keep streaming. I'm going to keep making videos. I'm going to keep going live. Whether I'm at the place where I usually do it or I'm somewhere else. This don't stop the flow of nothing. And with that being said, I appreciate everybody showing support. But your boy's all right. I was singing when I made this channel. I was single when I made this channel. But I'm going to be all right. Because I never depend on a female to get me how far as I am into my whole YouTube career and in my whole life. Don't need it, never needed them to get me this far. But it's great people like y'all that did. And I love y'all for that. Holla.